Hi, this is going to be our Photoshop demo. Let's make a new sheet of paper first. So we're going to go all the way up to the upper left corner. Next to Photoshop, we see File, click New, and we're going to see the screen. The dimensions that I use for class, so this is going to be the size of our sketchbook or our piece of paper. It's a 16 by 9, but it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. You can do A4, 8.5 by 11. You can do a cute 4 by 4, up to you. So this number next to it, this actually matters. It says 300 ppi. That's going to be pixels per inch. Higher the resolution goes, or the pixels per inch, the clearer it is, the higher resolution it is, the lower this goes, the more pixelated it's going to be. The standard that we want to use is going to be either 300 or 350. I'm just going to put it at 300 and we just click create and then we have our new page. So first things first, let's draw something. Um, I'm going to keep this video pretty limited to just what we're using in class, but there's so many resources out there and better tutorials on how to use Photoshop. To be totally honest, there's a lot of shortcuts that I don't use and that I should. Okay, number one is going to be our brush, and it's right here. This icon is going to be our brush, and we're going to scoot up here and click this. This is going to show the size of our brush and also what brush we're using. So if I scale up my brush, I can have thicker lines. And then if I bring down the size of my brush, we have thinner lines. I think it can be a little bit overwhelming at first because just like how you can have infinite sheets of paper, you can download infinite brushes, but this one cannot fail you. We're going to go under general brushes. We're going to go to hard round pressure size. And this is just a standard round brush, but it reacts to pressure sensitivity, like a brush pen. And that's what we want. Can also adjust the pressure sensitivity of your stylus. That just means that how hard you press down is going to indicate how thick the line weight is, right? But the reason you may want to dial up the pressure sensitivity on your stylus is that we don't want to be gripping the pen too hard and we don't want to be pressing down on the paper too hard. So it's going to be rough on your wrist. They do make these, I don't know what they're called. It looks like this. I'll link it to you on Discord. So this is our stylus. They make these to protect your wrist. But we want to keep drawing just the way that we do traditionally too. Loose grip on the pen, stabilize wrist, draw from elbow whenever possible. All right, what else is there? Let's do opacity. We're going to scoot on over, go to opacity, and this is going to be our toned marker. I'm going to put the opacity down to like 50%, and I'm going to size up my brush. And now I have my highlighter that we can use this pen the same way that we use our highlighter in class. And we can also use this to make silhouettes. The reason that I want to sketch like this at a low opacity and the reason why we use buildable mediums is so that we can see the overlap, right? I could construct something like this and then we can color it in. And then we can ink this over later. Before we start inking over this, let's go on a new layer. We have our sketchbook, which is this paper that we're using right now. And we're going to create another page on top of this sketchbook. We can keep going. Infinite pages. Let's go up to all the way to Photoshop, top of the screen. Photoshop, file, edit, image, layer. We're going to click layer, new, layer. And this screen pops up and we're going to click OK. Now we have a new page. Let's do that one more time. We're going to go to layer, new, layer, but that's 3 clicks, right? That's a lot of clicks. So if we go here, these symbols are a secret code to create a new layer on your keyboard. I'm on a MacBook, so I'm going to click Shift, Command, and New. Or sorry, Shift, Command, N, and that's just going to give me a new layer. So we made 3 whole pages here. Layer 3 is going to be black. Layer 2 is going to be red. And layer 1 is going to be blue. Okay, so I see this little floating eyeball next to the layers, right? So if I click the eyeball, it's going to disappear. And then if I click the eyeball again, I'm sorry if this color is really jarring in the video, I just realized. So I can turn the pages on and off. Okay, so how do we use layers? I'm going to make a new layer, and on this one, I'm going to add line work to my blobs from earlier. Let's say that as I'm drawing, I made a mistake, and I don't like that leg. I want to correct that leg. So I can go to erase over here, and then I can erase that foot. And because this is on a different layer, you can erase the line work here without impacting the blobs underneath. And another very useful shortcut that you can do. So just like how to make a layer, instead of click, 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 we can just do Shift Command N. If we press, God, this shape. Okay, if we press Command or Control Z, this goes backwards. We can also go to Edit and Undo to take this away, or we can go to Edit and Redo. Okay, and the exercise that we talked about in class, bringing over pictures to Photoshop is really easy. Just go to your desktop and you drag over the picture, and then you're going to want to press Enter to leave it in. It automatically puts the photo in a new layer. Then we can, this thing up here, this is move. I'm going to click move, and then I can move around my reference to place it wherever I want to. Let's go on a new layer, and we're just going to draw our basic forms over the photograph. Since we're drawing right over that photo, this is a great opportunity to draw all the way through the animal. For example, let's take the legs here, scapula. I don't know if it's exactly where it is on this side too. We're just going to draw through. And what is going on with those back feet? I'm going to say this one is going out this way, and then no, we're going to say this one is going out this way, and then this one, maybe. Let's also do a ground plane here. You can kind of use the background for context. Ground plane. Let's also do the monkey. Head, ears, snout, chest, arms will make up little fingers. And then abdomen, hips. I don't know what's going on with his legs either. I'm gonna make it up. And then we have our tail. So now we can go all the way down to our bottom right and take away the photograph and we start to see this, right? But I would recommend that we go in a specific order of, we have a reference. Traditionally, we break it down into basic forms first. And if there's any area that we're having trouble with, we can go and digitally check our work like this. All right, I think that is it for now. Let me know if you have any questions on Discord, and I will see you in class. Bye.